Hi, my name is Suzanne Bernier Robinson. Welcome to the 15th Annual Frost Festival. Today we're going to be visiting at Galleons Beach, Alexandra Carr Park, and Hoodcraft. They're all loaded with activities for families to attend with their children.
No, I don't believe that.
Mom. I got it on.
I keep trying to back up.
Oh, the other end?
Yep.
I keep trying to stand back.
Too late now.
Oh.
Bye, Frosty.
We'll go check out the chili. Don't get too
Bye,
warm.
Frosty. I've been skiing all week. I got sick the day before that.
Sit on this chair. You sit there. I made it. Yours are going to be so much easier when they're like skiing. I'm like,
I'm here with Laurel Powers. She's part of the Beaver Lake Association. Laurel, can you tell me how many years you have been doing this at the Frost Festival?
The chili cook-off this is our 6th year. Yeah. It's a lot of fun and it's been successful. And some of these people are from last year and they're all excited about their chili. Their chili's the best. So I'm really glad. One of the other men on the association decided to start it, and it's been a great success every year.
Is it a fundraiser or is it just an opportunity for members of the community to have bragging rights as to who's got the best chili?
Maybe a little bit of both. We ask for donations, and any of our donations always go towards keeping the lake clean, looking out for milfoil, testing the water through the state. All of those things, all are good for us to, that basically is part of the committee, in the community, keeping the lake clean. And but it's just a suggestion. And then we sell some hot dogs and, water and stuff like that. So the hockey team comes here and skates for the kids. And so that's been going on for, I've lived here for about 11 years. I'm not sure, I think they have been coming a lot longer, the hockey team. So.
Well, back to the chili. Is there a prize for who?
There's first prize is $50 gift certificate to Amphora, the new restaurant that's getting a lot of praise. And when I went in there, I've never eaten in there, but food smells great, and they were really busy. So anyway, the second prize is, they don't know this yet, actually, as we're speaking, is a gas card for $20 for the local gas station. I think it's called K now. Who wouldn't like that these days, right? And the third prize is T-shirt and some cozies from the Beaver Lake Association. So
How many contestants do you have this year?
we usually try to keep it at 10 because we don't have a lot of space in here, but there's actually 11. I didn't want to turn someone down because her and her sister wanted to do it together. So it's 2 weeks ago. I didn't even have 8, so I was kind of panicking. And then all of a sudden, they came out of the woodwork, and so it's great. You know, they managed to make it work.
Have you sampled it?
I'm up to number 6. I'm trying to get everybody, and I'm not like, I don't like a lot of spice, but I'm trying to do it because I want to be fair. I don't know if I'm going to vote because I'm the one who kind of gathers them all together, and I'm in charge of that. So, but I want to try everybody's, and they're all good.
So your strategy is to kind of pace yourself out as you sample the different chili.
Yes, yeah. Like I said, I'm still on fire from the last one, so.
What number was that?
I think I was up to number 6. So there's what, a few more to go.
5 more to go.
Cups, and everybody just samples a little bit of it.
So you talked a little bit about what's going on the ice. The Pinkerton hockey team is out there. Are they giving instruction or just working with kids?
They, I don't know if a lot of kids, you know, over the years, I'm not sure. I took a picture earlier, and I pretty much it was just the team. But yeah, they skate for the kids, and they. I know last year they were helping them out. So I think that's their goal too, to kind of tell them what's going on and have them skate a little bit with them. You know, they just have to be careful. You know,
Well, we've
around. And there's not, our ice is, of course, it's thick because of all the cold weather. But I guess it was a little slushy this morning when the town men tried to plow it out.
right.
Last night's storm, so.
I know that the ice was really beautiful early in the week, and then we've had, I don't know, 16 inches of snow dumped on us this week. So I was afraid it may not be ideal for skating, but I know they've been working real hard to keep it looking nice. But tell me a little bit about the ice fishing too.
Ed Romidis, he's done it every year. He shows the kids how to ice fish and how to do it properly and safely, and the rules and regulations. So, yeah, he's been doing that. I don't know, probably 10 years or so he's been doing that, maybe longer.
So that's a real educational.
Absolutely. If you're really, you know, into ice fishing, you know, it's definitely good for the kids or even adults that aren't familiar with it.
Tell me, are there some, are they called little huts out on Beaver Lake now for people who live locally that like to ice fish?
Oh, there's, I live next door, and there's a ton of them. People are out there, and I wonder sometimes, because it's very cold, but they have their little tents, their little houses, and they probably have, some of them, I know in the past, that I've walked around and met people, have little heaters, and, you know, they're pretty well set, and they know what they're doing. And they have their families out there. They seem to enjoy it, you know, and they park over the boat ramp, and the boat ramp's just as full as it is in the summer. Unless it's really, really, really cold. You know, if it's above 11, they're out there.
I think it's a social event.
Yeah, that's good, the fresh air. It's good for them. But I look out at them, and they make me feel like I should be out there doing something.
Right, right. Well, I think a lot of what we're going to see today is going to be more of a social event and definitely a family event with all the activities that are planned. So,
and it worked out good this year. We had plenty of snow. Some years there's a need for snow, but this year turned out to be good.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for your contribution to this event.
This is my chili. I'm in a chili contest. My chili is so good. If you put some of it on your head, your tongue will beat your brain to death just to get at it.
Hold on. Hi, I'm Cheryl. I'm here with my wonderful chili that all these wonderful children are waiting to get served.
Didn't you lose to your husband last year?
I did lose last year, but I came in third, so I am here to redeem and become number 1.
Hi, my name is Jeff. This is my chili. This is the first time in the Chili Fest, and I'm going to be #1. Thank you.
I'm Tammy. I'm spokesperson for Jimmy, who has this wonderful chocolate chili, which is just like you pour it in like a fine wine, you sniff it, and then you take a bite of it, and it's perfect.
Hi, my name is Lorna. It's for my first time in a chili contest at all, and I will be #1. I have a habanero, chili and cheese, a little bit of sweet, and a little bit of bite.
Hi, my name's Kevin. I'm stuck between two sisters, so I'm not saying anything.
Hi, my name's Betty. This is the first time I've entered the contest. It's a blast. I'm having a great time, meeting a lot of friends, and we're all winners here. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Ed. I also brought a chocolate chili, but I'm going to lose because I always lose.
All right, I may have to try a little.
Yeah?
The no-name chili. Although the chocolate chili. Carbonara scares me a little bit.
What about heart and soul chili?
Yeah.
Does it every time. I think she's okay though. Look at her stuff. Huh?
Yeah, let me see it. Okay, I got it. You lead the way.
I'm trying to look here. Maybe they went to the big hill. I'm thinking. Oh yeah, they did. Right here. I know. I don't think it's Oh, this way a little bit, Casey.
Because I don't think they do it on the whole face.
I'm here with Megan Cooley. Megan is the Miss Greater Derry, New Hampshire. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Megan, when did your reign start?
I was crowned Miss Greater Derry in June, and so I've been Miss Greater Derry for a while now, but we're preparing for Miss New Hampshire, which will be in May, so that's really, really exciting.
A lot of preparation, I'm sure.
Yes, we practice for talent, we do paperwork, we work out at the gym for swimsuits, so it's a lot that goes into it, but it really teaches me a lot about myself and how to be like a very strong, independent woman.
Good. You say we. Are you working out and preparing with other women?
There are a lot of contestants who actually go to the University of New Hampshire with me, so we have like a little bit of a buddy system when we go to the gym. It's a lot more motivating. But when I say we, I usually mean myself and my director. So she's preparing me for Miss New Hampshire. Yeah.
So you're a student at Southern New Hampshire University, you said?
At the University of New Hampshire.
University of New Hampshire. I'm sorry.
No problem. I'm a sophomore in Durham, and I'm studying neuroscience and psychology.
Yeah. So what is your platform?
My platform is called Furthering Abilities in the Handy-Capable. So I work with children and adults with different disabilities, and we do a lot of different types of sports and things that they might otherwise not be able to do. Yeah.
And do you do any other community activities that involve some of those?
Yes, I work at New England Disabled Sports in Lincoln, New Hampshire at Loon Mountain, and I teach skiing there, and I teach horseback riding at Upreach Therapeutic Riding Center in Goffstown. So it's really a great time, and we do a lot of different really cool things.
Was there any particular incident or reason that you have chosen that platform?
Well, it's a funny story. When I started competing, I needed a platform, and I was like, okay, Mom, I don't want to be bored with this. If I keep competing for my life, I want to be really passionate about what I do. And I loved horses, so I found Upreach, the Therapeutic Riding Center, and I loved just being around the horses, and I developed a passion for working with people with disabilities. So I started working with a bunch of different groups, weeded it out so that I was doing what I really loved, and now I'm kind of shaping my career around that. With neuroscience, I really am interested in why my brain is different from that of others with disabilities. So it's a huge field, and it's something I'm really excited to pursue.
What exciting things have happened during your reign?
Well, yesterday, my teen sister, Caroline Carter, she won the Evening Gown Award at Miss New Hampshire's Outstanding Teen, and the final night is tonight, so we're really, really rooting for her. It was awesome. I screamed my head off.
Oh, good. How old is she?
She is 16 or 17. Oh, that's
okay. So she's on the older end of the teens, I
yes,
guess.
she is. She's a sophomore in high school, and you age out of the teen program as a junior. So she has 1 year left if she doesn't win this year.
And will she continue on like you have?
I think so. Her heart is in this program. She loves it so much, and she attends Miss America every year. So I think she really, really loves it.
Wow. So from here, you will compete for Miss New Hampshire. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. And you said that's in May.
May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at Pinkerton Academy. Be there.
Yes. It's a great venue to have that event.
Oh, it is. We have the biggest dressing rooms. We each get a spot at the mirror, and then we have the stage where they can create amazing sets for us. So it's really a huge production. It's like a theater show.
How many girls will be competing?
There are 28 of us this year, which is intimidating, but also really, really cool.
I think it's great to have so many competing.
Well, and you call them sisters. We become so close to them that you almost see them more as your best friends instead of as competitors, because if you saw them that way, you would have an awful week. It would just be really stressful. So we really support each other, and when we're competing, you're competing against yourself, not against it.
And you mentioned an awful week. Does the contest go on that long?
Yes, we move in on a Tuesday. It's not an awful week, don't worry. We have a ball on the Saturday before Miss New Hampshire, so it raises money for the next Miss New Hampshire's wardrobe. And then we have Sunday, full day of rehearsals, Monday off, and we move into a hotel on Tuesday. So we do a lot of rehearsing, and then Wednesday we have interviews. Thursday starts the preliminary competitions.
Wow, it sounds like a lot. So what are you doing here today?
Today we are crowning the Frost King and Queen, and children ages 5 to 12 are encouraged to sign up, and they'll get to be in the parade at Thanksgiving.
Wonderful. So have you had a lot of entries?
We have a lot of girl entries, not so many boys.
Uh-oh. I'm sure there'll be a couple boys. What are they judged on? How do you determine who's going to represent the Frost Festival as King and Queen?
We actually just pull a name.
Oh, good. That's really, really fair at this age.
It is. And it's not too competitive. It's just fun.
Well, I've seen a lot of girls have really enjoyed that you've been sharing your sash with them and letting them try it on.
I wish that my crown came off easier because I know they'd love to put it on, but it's a little tough to pin in.
I'm sure it's difficult. Well, thank you so much for the community service work that you do, and I wish you a lot of luck in Miss New Hampshire.
Thank you so much.
So Miss Derry is here to sign in photos for the children coming. We encourage our kids to join the Miss Frost Festival and Mr. Frost Festival, King and Queen. And this is Carmel, who's getting a card now. Good luck. Nicole Ferrante, she's the recreation director in Derry. She's the coordinator, actually. She's going to be picking out the King and Queen, and it looks like quite a few children are going to be selected to represent the town of Derry at the Frost Festival. she's given instructions on what the rules are. So it looks like a lot more women or little girls have signed up than the boys. And that's Miss Greater Derry, Megan Cooley.
But you have to be here. Okay? So if it's your friend and they went home and you're
She's telling them that you have to be present to be able to be awarded a presentation, to be awarded king or queen.
Please, if you are a parent of any of the children who are here who win, please do not leave. Please stay for a photo with Miss Greater Derry. And please
The kids are going to get a chance to have their picture taken with Miss Greater Derry. Oh, and they get gift certificates to the movies.
also we have another gift certificate as well for a karate program.
And some other gift certificates are going to be available.
If you are any of the people who win today, you also will be able to be in our holiday parade. You do not
So any of the kids chosen today will be able to represent the Frost Festival in the Derry Holiday Parade that's held just after Thanksgiving.
All right? Okay. So we'll do the boys group first. Ready?
So the boys are being chosen first.
Okay. This is for King.
This is going to be representing the king.
Zach DeLong.
Zach is being chosen. Here comes Zach. Oh, I was talking to him earlier, and he really wanted to be representing the town as king. Oh, I'm so happy he was chosen. Look at that big smile.
All right, we will call our queen.
And here comes the queen.
Okay. I might have to do the first 3 digits of the phone number here. I want to say it's
She's having trouble reading the name.
Liana. Is it Liana? How about the age 6? Liana? Does that sound familiar, anyone? It's 944 is the first 3 digits. Okay, that's once Liana. That's twice Liana. Any Liana? Any Liana?
She said that she would call their name 5 times before, and if they did not reply after the 5th time, so no. So off to choose another queen.
We'll see. Girls, there's still a chance to have a queen.
Oh, the girls look so excited.
Christy Russ. Christy?
They're looking for a Christy now.
Oh, goodness. Christy?
Oh,
Christy?
oh, she's doing the calling out 5 times. All right, that was the 5th time she called her name. The build up is getting really hard for the children.
Okay, okay. Oh, I think I know this person might be here. Brianna Nolan.
Oh, Brianna. Okay. So Brianna will be the queen. She looks just a little bit older than the king. I forgot. I think the ages were 5 to 12 for the kids to participate.
All right, this is for the prince.
Now she's choosing the prince. She's saying she sees kids with crossed fingers.
Cole. Cole. Age 10. Cole.
She's calling for Cole.
Okay. Cole. Is there any Cole back there? Okay, last call. Cole.
No luck. I think maybe some of the kids didn't realize that they needed to be here. But it's hard. That hill is so tempting out there for them to go sledding on. And it's easy to lose track of the time. All right, Miss Greater Derry's trying again for the prince.
Evan.
She's calling Evan.
Age 10. Evan. You had all these 10-year-olds today that decided not to stay. Evan.
And they're also trying and looking throughout the lodge to see if they can find Evan. Oh, here we go. Lots of excitement for Graham. He is the prince. And obviously very friendly with the queen.
All right, ladies, princess.
I think he was one that had his fingers crossed.
Is there a Mia?
Oh.
Mia? Age 9, Mia? Mia? I'm going to be
Nicole is trying to call for Mia.
Okay, last call. Mia? All right. Look at these girls. They're so excited. They call that Did you sign up? Lauren. Age 11.
Now she's looking for a Lauren. And there is Lauren.
All right, back to boys. This is for the Duke.
I was wondering what that last chair was for. That's the Duke. And the Duke is going to be...
Connor.
She's looking for Connor.
He's age 8. Connor. He was here.
Oh, they're trying. And Nicole knows who Connor is, but still looking for... All right, Connor missed it.
Samuel, 11.
Now they're looking for Samuel. I think these older boys are out on the hill.
No? Samuel? To the gentleman in the green and black coat, looks like you just walked in. Did you sign up? I just want to make sure. No? No? Okay. Sorry. Making sure. We've only got a couple names left. I have to ask. Okay, Jake?
Now she's looking for Jake.
No? Jake? One more, Jake? Okay. That's it. That's it. I don't know.
Oh, let's see the last one.
Max.
Any Max?
All right, so I'm going to call these names, and if this person comes up, they get that spot. Ready?
All right, she's trying. She's going to call them in order again. She's got the whole lodge calling out the names.
Connor. Doing a great job, everyone. Evan.
Evan.
Max. And Jake. All right.
I guess the boys are all outside. No Duke this year.
I know the ladies are still waiting, right? Yeah. And I
Oh.
Danielle Piggott.
Oh, Danielle. And I'm assuming she's the Duchess. Oh, the girls are asking if they can take over the Duke's spot.
Uncomfortable with that spot. If you do not want it, you do not have to take it, okay?
That was for the Duke, but it looks like they'll have two Duchesses next year instead of a Duke. And here's the name.
Madison, age 7.
I'm calling for Madison, and Madison's the little girl that we had. She was having her face painted. So she must have the beautiful butterfly on the side of her face. Yes. Wonderful. And now they're able to put their crowns on. Just go back just for a bit. He's just finishing up. No, that's okay. So all the kids have their crowns on.
Graham and Brianna.
Yes.
Graham
Yeah.
and Brianna.
Yeah. There they go. Yeah. The kids look so cute with all their crowns on. Look at that little prince and king. And there's Miss Greater Derry with all the kings and queens and princes and princesses, duchesses. I'm here with Phil LaValle and Ryan Hickey, both with the fire department. And we've had a little bonfire going on here today, right?
That's a fact. We had quite a big bonfire for a while. It's pretty much burning down now. It's been a beautiful day for this.
It's really cold here, but toasty by the fire.
Very, very much so.
So what did you use to start the fire with today?
I used a propane burner and a little bit of newspaper and fire starter.
Okay, and you've been burning just dead wood, or is it just some lumber that needed to be burned?
No, we burned pallets. Pallets were donated to the Parks and Recreation by Benson's Lumber. And they brought us over, I think, we have 5 piles of them that we've been through. A lot of them, yeah. So we cut them and burned them up.
So Ryan, you look like you're pretty warm out here.
Yeah, I can't get too close to the fire.
You've had some exposure from real fires, I guess, and it's kind of in your blood that being dressed like you are today keeps you warm enough?
Gets me conditioned, so I'm ready for the real thing.
How long have you been on the department?
I've been with Derry Fire for just over a year now. It was a year for me December 3rd, and it's been a great experience. I love it. Can't imagine doing anything else.
I found out recently that all the firefighters in Derry are certified EMTs or paramedics.
Yep. Yeah, everybody on the Derry Fire Department is at least an EMT basic, and we have everything up to paramedics. So actually, we have a paramedic in every single one of our fire stations. So we were able to provide that level of service to the town 24/7.
We're really, really lucky that our firefighters have those certifications.
Very, very lucky.
We are.
Probably the best fire department. I feel the very best fire department, state of New Hampshire. I mean, I've always loved the fire service. Always loved what we do, and it doesn't get any better than this.
I totally agree, and it's great to see firefighters out here doing some community service opportunities, serving the community in more ways than one by attending events like this.
Well, we like to do as much as possible with the public, I mean, it's always good to get out and meet the people and do good things, with the community.
I know you have your open house, too, and that's another opportunity for the public to come and see what you do, to meet you, and really put a face onto the men that serve our community. So tell me, if someone wanted to do a little bonfire in their backyard, they definitely need to pull a permit for that, don't they?
Well, you have to pull a permit or at least notify the Derry Fire Department if you're doing an outside burn. But there are rules and regulations that everybody has to follow. I mean, if you're on your own property or the homeowner or whatever, it's not too much of an issue with burning. But if you with rental property, you have to have owner's permission to burn on their property. And if you're in multiple family, of course, we discourage it from burning at all, but you again can have a fire provided you go through the building owners and through the proper authorities.
A neighbor sees a fire burning or the smoke. I mean, you guys don't need to be called out to something that really is just a little fire that someone is hopefully pulled a permit for in the backyard, so you would be aware of that. Mm-hmm.
Yep. It does happen, but sometimes if we get a call where somebody says, oh, there's this huge fire burning, behind somebody's house, we'll get the address and we're able to look it up that way, and we can say, okay, we know that there's supposed to be a fire there. So yeah, it's definitely helpful if fire alarm knows about it ahead of time.
Well, as we've been inching closer to this fire, it is really, really toasty and warm. I'm here with a crew from Icebreakers. They've been working on creating some beautiful ice sculptures all day. So I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves.
I'm Ivy, and I'm doing a school project on it. I'm Dennis, co-owner of Icebreakers.
Dave Soha, co-owner, Icebreakers.
John Shu, apprentice.
All right, apprentice extraordinaire. So tell me, before you start creating an ice sculpture, do you actually, you must have something in mind as far as what you're going to do?
Well, yeah, we wanted to do a shark, and we were going to do it differently. We were going to do it taller, but our lift broke, so we made it this high.
We had to lift all these up by hand, all these pieces.
Yeah, all those heavy pieces of ice.
Okay, so you had a plan to create a shark. The lift broke, so you had to kind of ad-lib and decide how can we still execute a shark without following through. So did you actually have some physical plans drawn up for the shark you wanted to do?
Well, today we did. We had a few drawings today. Most of it today was just out of our brains. Today we just sculpted creatively, organically, as David would say.
We kind of let the ice, take us to the direction that it's going to go. Yeah. So we put all the pieces together, and then it just kind of comes out of it.
Yeah. Kind of like in wood sculpture, they're called blanks. So they'll shape the wood into the shape that they need to, and then they carve it. So that's basically what we did with this. Is we stacked the blocks into a certain pattern, and then carved it out.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It looks beautiful. What time did you start this morning?
10:30.
Yeah.
10:30. And when do you feel like it was completed?
Half hour ago.
So you must do a lot of pre-planning as far as what tools do you need?
Oh, yeah. Well, we bring most of our tools. We didn't bring everything today.
Tell me what some of the tools are.
Well, we have die grinders, which specialized like router bits on them. They're kind of like router bits, but they're more for carving like sideways and things like that. So it's 20,000 RPMs. Yeah. Right here. This is one of the best tools right there. That's one of my favorite.
That looks like a very specialized tool. I was thinking you used a lot of carpentry tools, but that's very specific to ice carving?
Well, no. Die grinders are used in woodworking and in metalwork and things like that. It's for cutting sideways or shaping sideways.
But just all those grooves on it, I thought made it look like it would be great for carving the ice.
Well, that bit on there is just for ice carving.
Okay, that's what I was looking at, was the bit. Okay.
Yeah, but the tool itself is a common tool, I guess. I don't know. But we also use chainsaws.
I was going to ask, that was my next question, because I know they use that in a lot of the wood carvings. So you do use chainsaws too?
Right, but we modify the blades on them. We take down the safety on them, which, then you can't use it on wood, though, because there's no kickback in ice. So, and if you have that there, it's hard to cut the ice, and it breaks it. So we grind them down, and then so then it cuts a lot faster.
Okay. Nice story.
What kind of school project asked you to get out here in the cold to look at ice sculptures?
I got to choose my own project, and I decided to do this one.
What are you studying something at school?
No, our whole school does like this big project, and we pick our own projects.
So is it any project, or does it have to do with the winter? Just anything?
You can do any project you want.
So what is involved in the project? Do you have to write a paper?
I'm going to do this presentation about the project that we just did, and I'm also going to make my own little school logo.
Out of ice?
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Okay. I'm sure it's not going to be to this magnitude and size. What tools are you planning on using?
I'm not sure. Probably the small ones. We need a lot of help.
Well, it looks like these guys would be more than happy to help you out. What the icebreakers have created here today is a shark. He's putting his arm into the shark. You can see how sharp those teeth are. And I can even see the detail of the gills on the side there. So yes, thank you. Those are the gills there. You see the fins, and they did a very, very nice job there. And the tail, and I guess there were some limitations with their lift braking that they were planning on it being much larger today. Larger? No, the same height, but taller. Okay, so it looks like maybe you were planning on putting him on a little bit more of a wave.
Yeah, he was going to go up there.
Okay, so there was going to be a much more dynamic angle from which this presentation, but like any artist, there has to be some flexibility in what you're creating, and it kind of morphs into a final product with all those little, I don't want to say flaws, that's not the word, but those imperfections all come together to make a really beautiful, complete piece.
So this is made from what was left over. So this is a byproduct sculpture, and just stack the blocks up, and like we were talking about before, just put it all together, and you see the snowman walking around here, so figure to make a snowman out of it. And then the sign. The lettering is in the back, and it's all backwards because it comes out sharper that way. And then snowflakes on the top, and that's our little sign for the event.
I'm here on the shuttle bus that Jeff has been driving all day, and we have visited Galleon's Beach and all the activities going on there with the Chili Fest, the hockey, and the skating, and the ice fishing. And we are just leaving Alexander Carr Park, where we saw the king and queen crowned, along with the princesses and duchesses and prince. And we saw some face painting and other arts and crafts going on. The ice sculptures, of course, which were beautiful, and a lot of the sledding. So lots of activities. And now we're on our way to Hoodcroft Park, where there is supposed to be cross-country skiing and some snowshoeing going on. So this is a great family event. So anyone who may not have had a chance to get out this year should definitely put it on their calendars for next year. It'll be the 16th Annual Frost Festival next year. So really, it's been a lot of fun. Hi, I'm here with Linda Benson and Ellen Allen. These are the ladies actually responsible for coordinating this festival. So tell me, I know this is the 15th year you've been doing the festival. When do you actually start the planning stages of what are you going to have next year?
We start in September, and we get together, we figure out what we want to do. It's usually the same things we do every year, and then we send out donation requests, and then the festival comes together this weekend. Help from Park and Rec.
I was wondering how do you fund this event? So it's through donations from corporations or residents of the town?
Everything. We have a lot of businesses, community organizations, and from personal donors as well. So we take pretty much anything, even in-kind donations that kind of help with everything, and so help with prizes for the kids. This was designed 15 years ago to be a day for families to come out that they didn't have to spend any money. They could come out and have family activities. There's snowmobiling, snowshoeing, skiing, crafts at Alexander Carr, the ice sculptures, what else? The sledding.
Show, the kids shows on Saturday, Galleon's Beach, the chili contest, ice skating with the Pinkerton hockey team, the snowmobiles, of course, dog sleds we got back this year, and it's all free. And we've raised over $2,000 this year from the local businesses in our area and the local community, so it's all good.
It's nice to see the community step up to be able to fund this event, because you're right, it's such a great family event and so many different activities for kids of so many different ages. So tell me, the two of you are on the committee. How many more people do you have as part of the committee?
We have a couple people from the Beaver Lake Association, Laurel and Diana, and then we have Eric Bodenrader from Park and Rec. He's a big coordinator in this, and all the people behind him. And then who else do we have? Tom Littlefield from the Derryfield News has been a part of it. He's joined the committee this year and been helping out.
Very helpful over the years. Derry News and Park and Rec, and the Nutfield News. Yep. And again, the Park and Rec. And the Park and Rec, yeah. Eric has been phenomenal.
Ferranti, she's also involved in the group as well. So we're a small committee, but we do accomplish a lot in our little time that we have together.
Yeah, it is a wonderful event, and I don't know, how many people do you think from the town participate in the events? Do you have any idea how many?
Wow, we've never taken a number count, but
we've tried,
yeah.
It's too hard to really, figure out. We used to do a punch ticket and then count backwards, but not everybody goes to all the events. So I know yesterday we had over 100 people show up for the Saturday show.
During the snowstorm?
Yeah, from noon to 2. The librarian put on a puppet show and wildlife encounters. We had over 100 people show up.
I'm really surprised, because I was thinking yesterday that the events weren't going to be attended because of the storm.
No, it was very, very successful. That's great. Oh, somebody we didn't mention was Miss Derry also. She's wonderful. She shows up every year and goes over to Alexander Carr Park and helps pick the names for the king and queen of the Frost Festival, and then they're always in the parade, the Thanksgiving parade. So she's another volunteer that's always phenomenal.
Right.
The ladies have been fantastic in past years.
Right.
Yep.
The only other people that really help us too are it's not necessarily the hard dollars, but the soft dollars, the businesses that actually help show up and do some of the things they do, like Benson Ski and Sports for the snowshoes and the cross-country skis, and the Derry Pathfinders, who come and donate their time and their gas and their energy with the snowmobiles, and Beaver Lake Association getting Pinkerton to come and putting on the chili contest and the ice fishing demo, and then of course Park and Rec, who really runs all of Alexander Carr. I think the Goddard School for the first time came and helped with the arts and crafts this year. So those are the soft dollars that people come and they want to be involved in the community and they really want to help and be part of a fun day.
I agree with you, and I think that it's really so many people sharing their passion. So whether it's with the snowmobiles or the cross-country skiing or any of the other activities, it's really, the root of it is a passion for what they're doing. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's so great. It's so great to see the families here. We have grandmothers that brought grandchildren and their friends. We've seen generations that have come through in the last 15 years, watch little kids grow up. So yes, every year the familiar faces that come back and to watch them grow up. It's been wonderful. So yeah, very successful again this year.
Great. I want to know just a little bit about the history, though. How did the Frost Festival actually get started?
It was started 15 years ago. We actually met at the police station. The Chief Garone allowed us to use a community room at the police station. One of our former town managers, Carol Granfield, it was her idea to have a day for families to get out. And it started with a pretty big committee. I believe there were probably 20 or 25 people on the original committee. And then it just kind of formed into its own little, evolved into its own little nest. And so it's come to this, and so it's been fantastic, and it's been great to evolve with the times and with the changing and adding the Saturday program, and then the senior dinner. There's the dinner on Friday night for the seniors.
Although this year got canceled.
Yeah, I know. My Rotary Club actually does the dinner, so we were really disappointed and realized that we may need to think next year what to do if this happens again. I guess it's the first time ever that they've had to cancel, but with the schools being closed, there was no staff, so we may have to think about that for next year. But this is a wonderful event. It's great to get people out during the winter when we've been in the house so much. So. And it is beautiful. Yeah, 30 degrees and we're feeling like it's warm. What's happened to us?
Every year we always worry there's not going to be any snow. We've only had that happen one time, once in 15 years, and so
We had to cancel the whole event.
Yes.
But
that was very sad.
that's
very,
why we created the Saturday show. So no matter what, the Saturday show will always go on because it's inside, no weather. That will always happen.
That's a good idea. I mean, that was great planning then. I guess you've learned a lot over the years, too, in doing it. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because this event is so dependent upon whether we have snow and whether or not the ice is cold enough to get out on it. So, well, ladies, thank you for bringing such a wonderful event to our community, really. I'm here with the Derry Pathfinders. What are your names?
I'm Jim Degnan.
Dan Foucher.
Neil Crotto.
Tom Campbell.
All right, and how large are the Derry Pathfinders? How many members?
I think we're up to 350, 400.
Really, that many members? And is Derry Pathfinders just Derry?
Nope, it's made up of, you can live in any town in New Hampshire, Massachusetts and join our club. Locally, we're in Salem, Derry, Hampstead, Londonderry, Wyndham. The core members, the one that you'll see at a lot of events, live in them towns. So where the Nutfield News is, that's them towns. We're all grouped from that town. But we do have a lot of residents from New Hampshire that join our club because they get a break on registrations if they're non-state residents and they join a club. So we do have a large amount of members, which helps us financially, but we probably see 5% of the membership.
So what kind of events do you do? I mean, this is a great opportunity for you to serve the community and let people know about your stuff. Tom?
We have a big flea market in November, the first weekend in November. We have various suppers and stuff. And the other big thing we do is we support Camp Snowmobile for Easter seals. We just had our big ride-in last weekend. All the snowmobiles in the state this year raised $85,000 to send kids to camp.
Wow, that's a lot of money. How many kids can go to camp for that?
That'll be about 100 kids that get to go to camp this year. And at this point, after 42 years, we're almost $3 million to send kids to camp.
That's amazing. So Derry Pathfinders has been together as an organization for 42 years, did you say? Or
yes, since 1972, been in existence.
So do you guys get together on the weekends, or do you travel up north?
Club rides, but as a group, a lot of us are busy these days, but this is an event we have good turnout club-wise. We have a potluck after the flea market. We have a Christmas party. We try to do club rides, but it doesn't always work. It works, but it doesn't always work. You don't get everybody you'd like to see. But we do club rides, and we try to do a ride in Andover, New Hampshire every year, and so on and so forth. We were just recently asked to do Future Farm of Americas. We did
We were just there yesterday, a couple of us, over at J&F Farms. They have a snowshoe event as a fundraiser, and a few of us were over there. We actually broke the trail, a 3.5-mile run for them, and then we stayed to help them with safety and make sure everybody was okay.
That's wonderful. Wonderful to see you guys out in the community helping out.
Our club falls under the greater club of New Hampshire, which is the New Hampshire Snowmobile Association. There is 119, maybe a little more now, individual clubs like us throughout the state. And we groom our local trails. Like here, we groom Derry to Wyndham and Wyndham to Fremont. And we have a groomer down at the Wyndham station. And so we have members here that are groomer operators, and we also teach a safety course in November for young kids so they can drive. That's usually the first Saturday in December. And most of the people that are here are certified safety instructors for the state Fish and Game.
I didn't realize that was part of being able to drive a snowmobile, that you really should go through a course.
Yes, over the age of 12 and under the age of 16, or until you have your driver's license, you have to take the safety course in order to be off your own property.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So we get about 1,500 students a year go through the course statewide.
Wonderful. Well, it's nice to know that you're practicing safety out there, that you're also doing a lot of community service and helping us out.
We have a lot of fun. It's worth the smiles. We see the smiles. That's why we're here. All the smiles that we see today.
Well, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to talk with us.
Oh, you're welcome.
I hope you've all had a lot of fun following us around on the 15th Annual Frost Festival. Once again, my name is Suzanne Bernier Robinson. Thank you for watching Derry Community Television.